Product reviews all day here, folks, and we are here to talk about what a fraud Zach Bagans is. We are here to talk about the fraud that is Ghost Adventures. We are here to talk about how fake it is, how produced it is, how there is no proof at all whatsoever that ghosts are real, that they exist. Zach Bagans is a charlatan. Jay Wasley is a charlatan. Aaron Godwin is a charlatan. Billy Tolley is a charlatan. Ghosts aren't real. And I am here to tell you why. And I'm here to tell you why Ghost Adventures is a dangerous show, because it perpetuates the myth that ghosts are real, which they are not. Physics and science tell us so. Don't ever believe a word that comes out of Zach Bagans' mouth. He's a charlatan and a fake and a phony and a fraud. And I will tell you why right now. So, in order for ghosts to be real, they would have to... Okay, so let's just go back to the beginning. When we talk about ghosts, we talk about how they are a non-physical spirit matter. Okay? If ghosts were a non-physical spirit matter, how could we see them? Okay? This is all just science, and this is just fact. Vision is based upon light reflected off of material objects entering our eyes. So that's how we see things. We see things by light reflecting off of actual matter, and then the reflection off the matter enters our eyes. So since spirits are not material and they are not mass, light could not reflect off of them and they would be non-existent. So there's number one. Now number two. How could a living person hear a ghost speak? That's a great question. So let's analyze it. The sound of speech is produced by vocal cords vibrating in the atmosphere, producing sound waves that enter our ears, okay? So that's how sound is heard. Sound is heard by vibrations, okay? So since spirit vocal cords have no mass, they could not produce sound waves. So, since there's no mass to vibrate, they could not produce any sound. Okay? That's just science 101. Ghosts are fake. Zach Bagans is fake. Sorry, guys, but it's all fake. Anything you've ever seen on Ghost Adventures has been staged by the producers. Bottom line. Okay, now let's get into another thing here with ghosts, okay? Fake ghosts, by the way. Okay, so whenever you see ghosts, they're always like, walking through walls and stuff, okay? Well, if a ghost could walk through a wall, then they must not have any mass, okay? My little screensaver here, went off. So let's go back here so I can look at Zach Bagans' fake face, okay? The charlatan that he is, okay? So if ghosts have no mass, then they literally could do nothing, okay? So if a ghost had no mass and he tried to grab a doorknob or pick up an object, the fingers would go right through it, okay? The fingers would go right through it. So, in order for a ghost to be real, it would have to have mass to carry out its mischief. And I think we all know that ghosts don't have mass, okay? And since science tells us that they can't, mass has to be a solid, you can't have your cake and eat it too, You can't have mass but then also have no mass, okay? So that's just it. Now let's get into, one of my favorites here, okay? So people who always claim that they see ghosts, they're always like, "Oh, it was a a little girl and she had on like a white dress." Okay, so are we really, if we believe that ghosts are surviving human spirits, then we must believe that their clothing also had a spirit that continued with them into the next world. Okay, could anything be more absurd than that? Do we really think that like clothing has a spirit? How could clothing follow a spirit into the afterlife? It couldn't. Exactly. Okay. So the bottom line is, for ghosts to exist, they would have to be silent, invisible, and unable to influence the material world, which seems to be a pretty good definition of non-existence. Product reviews all day. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. Ghosts aren't real. Peace. Zach Bagans is a charlatan and a fake.